Hello, I'm Tyler Evans, and I'm here to talk to you about my path from building robots, Lego robots in primary school, to now I have a job at NASA where I get to build real robots and satellites. Uh, Lego came out with their first robotics kit when I was in primary school, and I started by building a model that could deliver a note to my brother's room down the hall, and then he could write a note and have it come back. And I really enjoyed tinkering with Legos and playing with toys and stuff as a kid, and so I really enjoyed that building things, taking things apart, learning how they work, and really understanding uh, the mechanics of things like that. And that's when I decided that I wanted to become an engineer. When I got to secondary school, I found out that a local school up the street actually had a robotics team. It was called First Robotics Competition, FRC, and they got to build 50-kilogram robots that would compete in a different game every year. Sometimes they'd be picking up balls and shooting them across the field. Sometimes they'd be picking up frisbees, and they do all sorts of fun things. So I joined that team in year 10, and then in year 11 I liked it so much that I started a team at my high school. So year 11 and 12, I did it at my high school. And then when I went to university, I made sure to go to a university that mentored local teams, local secondary schools. So I stuck with it throughout university, and it actually got me an internship at NASA. So for one summer, there were 30 students, and 22 of those 30 students had done FIRST Robotics in their previous experience. So they were specifically targeting people because they knew that people in FIRST Robotics get hands-on experience. They get to build robots with their hands. They are not just studying out of books, but they're actually building things and taking things apart and learning things the hard way and fixing things in the pits and all those problem-solving skills that are really good to have in the real world and not everybody gets exposed to. So NASA knows that, and that's why they look for people with that kind of experience. So that got me an internship there, and then after university, I got a job full-time at NASA. So for the past 7 years, I've worked there building satellites. Currently, I'm working on a mission called ICESat-2 that's going to measure it uses lasers to measure ice levels from space. So it has a laser bounce off of the ice and then back up to the satellite, and it catches it with a big telescope. So then the time of flight, how long that laser takes to go down and back up, determines how high the ice is. So the longer the laser takes, the lower the ice is, and the shorter amount of time, the higher the ice is. So it's going to launch at the end of next year, and we'll be able to start figuring out impacts of global warming around the Earth. So that's a really cool, applicable thing. It's going to make a difference in people's lives, help predict ocean rise and things like that. And I get to work on it because I've had experience working with robotics. So I just really encourage everybody to try and get that hands-on experience, find something you enjoy doing, and get around a bunch of people that like doing it too, get on a team, and find people that also like to do it. This year, I've mentored FIRST Robotics teams for the last 10 years in the United States, and this year I was lucky enough to actually be able to travel to Australia for 3 months, traveling all around to different schools and helping them with the robotics teams. I got to spend some time in Tasmania, in Hobart, and had a really good time there. It was really awesome, beautiful, beautiful place, and I really enjoyed working with the team and helped seeing what they were doing and getting their robot designs figured out, and they were really on the ball and did a great job. So you've got a great group of people there, local resources right there in Tasmania. There's a bunch of other teams in Australia as well. There's a big competition that takes place in Sydney. It's really worth checking out. So I strongly encourage you guys to get involved, be passionate about things, find out what you like to do, and just really try it out. One really cool thing about the robotics team is you get to try a lot of different things. You get to work with electronics, you get to work with software, mechanical, even business and graphic design. There's all different sub-teams that you can be on, and it's a lot easier to switch sub-teams in the middle of a season than it is to try and switch internships or switch careers later in life or switch majors. So it's a really safe environment to be able to find what you like and what you don't like and really get that experience of just having fun and helping decide what you want to do. So that's my advice, and good luck to you guys, and hopefully there's some cool robots there to play with and see, and I hope you guys have a great time. Thank you. Bye.